Hey students, I'm Mary, your librarian here at SCTCC, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit of information to help you make your research assignments easier. All right, let me share my screen here, and we are going to go look at the library page. So that's us. You can get here by clicking on current students at the top. Click that drop-down menu, slide down to library, and here we are. Okay, now to get to the good stuff in the catalog, go ahead and slide down a little bit to the green search the button. Big link right here. Click search that catalog. Now, when you're on this page, when you're on campus, they can see your IP address, so they know where you are. But the databases here that we use, the vendors' costs, they charge us tens of thousands of dollars a year for access to this. So you want to make sure that they know that you've been paid for. Go up to the top right-hand corner and you'll see a link, sign in. So click sign in, and then this window pops up for you. So star ID and password, that's what you use. It opens this nice new screen over here. Sign in with your star ID and password, and then it'll take you back to the OneSearch library page. But now my name is up here in the top. When you sign in, your name will be in the top right-hand corner. All right, let's search for things. Now, anytime you search in a database, I'm just going to tell you always go to advanced search. So there's a search box at the top, but slide to the right of that, advanced search. Advanced search doesn't mean harder. Advanced search means that you're going to let the database help you by doing some of the heavy lifting for you. All right, now I want to search for, I'm going to do some research on academic libraries. So I want to do an academic library and I want to do programs. All right, so on the first, so I went to the search filters, any field, and on the first line, I typed academic library. So you notice that's two words, so I put that in quotes. That way, those two words, they sit together like little blocks. Otherwise, if you use more than one word, you always want to put the quotes, or else you're going to get results that are like library this, zoo libraries, prison libraries, public libraries, and I don't care about any of that. And I want programs, but I don't know what word they're going to use. So I typed program here on this second line, and then I put an asterisk after it. So that's on your keyboard, hit Shift and 8. That's your asterisk key. Now, what the asterisk does is it will search for those letters, program, plus any other letters in a word that might come after that. So if it sees the word program, fabulous. But if it sees the word programs with an S at the end, it will also turn that up for me. If it sees the word programming, that will also turn up. It'll be fantastic. So let's search and see what we get. So I'm going down here to my search link, about halfway down the page, and I'm searching. The magic is happening. All right, 782 results. Nice. But now let's make life easy on ourselves. I want the perfect search terms. I don't want to just use anything. So I move myself to the left. At the top of this left-hand column is refine my results. And then it gives you an option to go ahead and do different things. So if you're in a class, and it's not this class, but if you're in a class that you only search for peer-reviewed journals, you can click the word under availability, peer-reviewed journals. That would be cool. Then those are the only things that you get. Now, for your class, that's not what you need. So we're just going to slide on down here to resource type. And we have 437 articles. We have books. We have magazine articles, book chapters, reviews, blah, 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 blah. It keeps going. You only need articles for this assignment. So I'm just going to click that word articles, and you can see that the search is redoing itself. Okay, 437 results. Nice. But I mean, still, before I even start to look at something, I'm going to slide myself back over to the left side, and I'm going to keep narrowing my big pile of results. So go to subject and open up that option. Now, all those words that you see under subject those are keywords that are in our big pile of results. We have 400 and whatever number of results in our big pile over here on the right, but each each one of those has 4 or 5 or 10 keywords, whatever. And you can see that the database went in and it counted them all up, and it is giving us some good results. So my first word that it's suggesting to me is academic libraries. Oh, remember back at the beginning when I typed in my search and I put academic library and I put that in quotes? It's also suggesting I might want to think about libraries that are plural. Okay, cool. Librarian, technology, libraries. I don't know. This isn't very interesting to me. You want to find stuff that's interesting that you're going to want to read. Library employees, I don't think so. Administration. Oh, students. Yeah. College students. Yeah. That's what I do is I work with college students all day. Now, that's enough. I don't want to go farther. Those are my keywords. I'm going to get some interesting stuff. How do I know that? I mean, it's vibes. You gotta see what you feel. You try something. If it doesn't work, you just go back and try a different thing. It's no big deal. You don't have to worry about getting things perfectly when you're searching. It's vibes. All right, so I clicked those 3 subject words. I clicked just to the left of them in the little box, and there's a check mark. And so now I'm going all the way down to the bottom, and I'm clicking apply filters. The magic is happening while the database thinks. All right, the database has thought. I have 301 results. Interesting. Okay. Now, tell it you want the first 50 because I think you only need one article for this assignment, but just in general, you can scroll down and look at the title and then there's a piece of a sentence that kind of gives you a description of each individual item in your search results. You can scroll through 50 of them in like 5 minutes, maybe less. So 50. But if you get down to 50, you got down to the very 50th one and you haven't found what you like, no worries. Go back to the top, clear your search, just start all over again. Just do it again. It's no big deal. All right. So I'm going to scroll a little bit here. I'm going to look for something that kind of sounds fun. That sounds kind of fun. Adopting a rational pedagogy for academic library internships. All right. That title sounds interesting. Um, it's from a journal called Pennsylvania Libraries. It's a peer-reviewed journal. That means that people who do what that author does, they reviewed it, they checked it. All right, I like it. Let's see. Let's think about this. But it sounds preliminarily interesting. So I click that title. All right, the title is a hyperlink. Click that. My link seems to be frozen at the moment, which always makes this a little bit more interesting. All right, so I have it now. Okay, so my title and my author and my information is up there at the top, but I'm going to slide down to the bottom of this page that popped up to the description. So under details, title, creator is part of, subject, description. So I'm going to read through the description and kind of get a feel for, I don't know, does this sound interesting to me? Is this something that I would read? Am I kind of, yeah, okay, yeah, I like it. This does sound interesting to me. So now I'm going to go scroll myself back up toward the top of this page to the heading that says View Online. And under that, it will always say full text availability. Now, for my result, I only have one database where this is located, but it might be located in 2 or 3 or 10 databases, and it doesn't matter. It's exactly the same article in each database. So let's click on this one. All right, I click it, and now I'm leaving the library and I have gone to the world of ProQuest. Back at the beginning, when I said sign in, because this all costs tens of thousands of dollars, if you hadn't signed in there, getting the actual article wouldn't work. So if you get something that's not the article here, just close it, go back to the library and sign in there. So then when you click through, the databases know that you have been paid for. Okay, so I have the article. It's a PDF. That's nice. Now, I probably want to On the top right-hand corner of this database, and that's usually where it's located in all the databases, I can download this. I can copy it. They have an option for all option, or they have a link there for all options. I like to email things to myself. So that's one of the most popular under the topic most popular is email. So I would, yeah, I went the citation, I went the bibliographic citations at the end. For your assignment, you can use either APA or MLA. So I'm going to use APA, use the most current edition, so seventh. And then under email addresses, you can send it to your school email or to your Gmail or whatever makes you happy. Or you can also send it to a friend if you want to do that, or maybe you're working with a research partner. So this also gives me the option to put in an optional message. I like to put in a message just so that I remind myself how I got there or what my search was. Okay, you want to save it because you did all that work to find the article. You don't want to have to do all that work again. And this could be gone. The databases, they could take this article out 5 minutes from now or a week from now and it's gone. So just immediately email it to yourself or download it and save it to your computer if you're on your own computer. Now, there is a citation up there also. And again, most databases will look like this. They'll look like a little quote mark. And this looks like a little quote mark. And when you hover over it, it says cite. All right. So again, for your paper for this class, you can do either APA or MLA. I like APA, so I'm just going to go down to APA 7th edition. And now I can just copy that, what has appeared, and I can paste it into my Word document or my Google Doc or whatever else makes me happy. So this is one version of the databases that are possible. ProQuest, EBSCO is a common one that you're going to get. And I'm just going to go back to the library for a moment and let's see if I can pull up an EBSCO article. All right, so I clicked on a different title. I scrolled down, I read through the description. Yeah, sounds great. I love it. So full text availability is through an EBSCO database. EBSCO is the name for a bunch of different kinds of databases. So again, we're leaving the library now. Instead of going to ProQuest like we did with the last article, we're going to EBSCO. And same thing, up in the top right-hand corner, there's a bunch of different characters, icons, and if you just hover over them, they will tell you what you're looking at. So I can click on Cite, and I can get the citation that I want. I can click on Share, and usually that will let it email it to myself. You type in your email address, again, your school, your work, your whatever. I can download it. Now, EBSCO also gives me the option, if I keep scrolling over to the right at the top corner there, to look or to click on something called Listen that looks like little headphones. So if you click on that, now it will read the article to you. I think this is a great thing. It is designed for people who are having vision issues, but it's good for lots of people. Some of these articles are kind of complex. And so if you look at them with your eyes and then also listen to them, I think having that dual aspect is going to make it easier for you to understand. Let's talk about understanding an article. So the first thing in this article, so it's called Collaborative and Co-curricular Programming and Academic Library Impact. It's amazing. All right, now the first thing that you see is the abstract. This is not labeled abstract, but the abstract is kind of a summary of the whole thing. This is what we did, this is what happened, and then this is what we found. It's it's quick. It's a summary of it's like the quick YouTube video. All right, so read that. You don't have to read the whole article though. Then you read the introduction. So the introduction on this, and I'm kind of scrolling down here to look at it. Oh, the introduction is it's 2 paragraphs long. It's on the first page. Fantastic. Read the abstract, then read the introduction. The introduction is going to tell you, this is what we were thinking. This is what our plan was. Then go on over to the right side of your screen and grab that little mark and scroll yourself all the way down to the end of the article. It ends at well, they call it notes. So anytime you see something that looks like a bibliography or a bunch of citations, that's it. That's the end. So I get to that. I know I'm at the end. Back up. All right, so up above that, they're giving me an appendix and then some acknowledgments and the conclusion. That's what I want. So read the abstract. They'll give you a ballpark of the whole article. Then read the introduction, and that'll let you know kind of this is what we were thinking when we got started. Then you read the conclusion, and the conclusion says, well, this is what we found. These are the three parts of articles that are written in pretty clear language. They're pretty easy to understand. Now, when you do go back and you read the rest of the article, it will make a lot more sense to you. It'll be a lot easier to understand. All right. For your assignment, you need to have not the specific citation itself, but you need to have the pieces of it at the first part. So I closed my ProQuest, I closed my EBSCO. I'm back on the library catalog page with my results, and I have clicked on that article title. So I have a kind of a pop-up screen here to see the article title. And in that, I have citation. So that can be helpful because the first thing I see there's the author, and then after that is going to be the title. You can see in the citation will be the journal where it is, the volume, the number, the year, the page where it starts. All of that'll be here. So you'll need that for your assignment. You will also need to go next to the citation icon is the permalink icon. So click permalink. Click. All right, so now we have kind of a long website address here, and you click copy the permalink to the clipboard. Click that. And now I can copy that and I can put that with my citation, or I can put it in the on your worksheet that you have for your assignment. And that way your teacher knows not only did you get it from the library catalog, which was part of the assignment, but then they can also click on it and they can see, they can open up the article themselves. They don't have to search for it. It's right there. You may also want to save the permalink for yourself, so it's easy for you to go back and find this article. Although, as I said, I would just email it to yourself. All right. Does that make sense? If you get stuck anywhere along the way here, I'm Mary. I'm your librarian. You can send me an email. This is my office. And if you're on campus, you can come by my office and we can have some time to work through your search so you feel really confident. And if you're not on campus or you can't make it here, send me an email and we will set up a Zoom. And you and I will talk here and make sure that you know what you're doing, that you feel really good about your assignment. All right? I'm looking forward to talking with you later. Bye bye.